All right, how you doing? This is Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. It's time to go over a spotlight player for the Deep Dish Football Game of the Week overtime edition this Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Wheaton Academy will be facing Immaculate Conception of Elmhurst. IC Prep. Good game, good Metro Suburban game. The player spotlight that I wanted to do the most was the 2019 quarterback for Wheaton Academy, Ben Forson. Um, and the reason why I want to do it was I've discussed in the previous video. Wheaton Academy, Ben Forson, class of 2019 quarterback for Wheaton Academy, is quite possibly one of the safest um, recruits for quarterback in the class of 2019 in the state of Illinois. He's got two offers, two D1 offers, if I'm not mistaken, but not just talking about the offers in that. The kid is exemplary in his leadership, very high character kid, great arm, great accuracy, still raw, but still has so much potential as a quarterback that I do believe that he can be quite possibly the best quarterback to come out of the class of 2019. But set aside the recruiting, this is an important game for him and for his team against IC Prep and that vaunted secondary of IC with one of the best secondary coaches in the state of Illinois, Coach Matt Bowen. Coach Kraft of IC has a hell of a defense, and this is going to be a great test for Mr. Forson. Now, Ben Forson actually is pretty quick on his feet, and a lot of people don't know about that. Very athletic. That's a quick thing for a lot of people to pay attention to. Ben Forson's athleticism. I also love his arm. He's got a great arm, unbelievable arm. Some of his checkdowns still raw in some of his throws, but he is from his sophomore year to his junior year. They're getting a lot better, and he has a good group of wide receivers, and the kid is very humble, and he probably would say, well, it's a team effort, and it is true. It is a very good team effort, but he's a hell of a player, very, very safe recruit for 2019, and one of the better quarterbacks in the state of Illinois for 2019. But just to go to a couple few things and just to make a couple quick points, he could have gone to a different high school, could have transferred to a different high school, but he's staying at Wheaton Academy, loyal kid, and you got to take your hats off to that. Tremendous respect for the kid. Now, what is he going to have to do against that IC defense? Because that IC defense is tough, and they're going to challenge. They're going to challenge. They're going to challenge those wide receivers off to the point, and there ain't going to be no cushion that that the secondary is going to give on those wide receivers. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially with that defensive line that IC has. What do you do? It's again, it's going to be interesting. But I think Coach Thornton and that coaching staff at Wheaton Academy do an exemplary job with that team. That's going to make it an interesting game this Saturday. A lot of people have IC favored. I don't. I think that they can. I think they can do some damage against that defense. I really do, and I think Ben Forson's one of those. Ben Forson's one of those kids. I was completely impressed with the film against him and El Rabi, even though it was a loss. I was completely impressed with his recognition of the pocket closing and him making exemplary throws, great throws off of his feet, great mechanics with his legs. And he's still very raw, and we still haven't seen the highest level of his potential yet. That's my personal belief about Ben Thorson. Again, one of the better, and I'll say this again, one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Illinois for class of 2019. That is not getting a lot of recognition. He's got the offers, but I wish more people would spend a little bit more time on him. Now, but this is going to be this is a big game for him against IC Prep and that whole team of Wheaton Academy. And the key thing is that making not lessening. You can't make any mistakes against that defense because they will score off those mistakes, no doubt about it. With IC, it's going to be interesting to see. It's also going to be interesting to see his short throws. Going to be looking towards those short throws because I think that's going to be sort of a key. Also, a little bit over the, and I don't talk about it that much, but especially against this defense, IC has done a great job on limiting the short throws to see what they do when you reach that 15 to 20 yard limit on a wide receiver. He has a hell of an arm. He's got a cannon for an arm, so that's going to be an interesting thing to see with Ben Thorson and Wheaton Academy. But just sort of as a conclusion about Ben Thorson of Wheaton Academy class of 2019, I forgot to mention he is 6'3", 185 pounds. Probably gained some weight and got a little bit taller. Still a young kid, is a junior. Had an impressive season last season as a sophomore. And I saw him at a couple few camps. Great kid. Nice, very nice kid. Uh, can't talk more about his character. High character kid. Simple as that. But it's going to be interesting to see against this IC game. This is a game that I've been waiting for a long time. It's going to be interesting. I want to see, and just to get off a little bit about Ben Forson, I want to see that Wheaton Academy defense. I want to see some of the young players too. So it's going to be an interesting game. So I will be at Wheaton Academy versus IC this Saturday. If you keep it here for deepdishfootball.com, also follow me, Coach Big Pete, at Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram. I will be going a little bit more into the roster spotlight, talking a little bit more about the Wheaton Academy players, of course, the IC players. But I thought for the first player I wanted to talk about was Ben Forson, Forson of Wheaton Academy, quarterback, unbelievable kid, and one of the best quarterbacks in the class of 2019 to keep a close eye out for, and could be the best. So, and also, if you like my work, please go to deepdishfootball.com and feel free to leave a tip on the right-hand side of deepdishfootball.com. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day, and keep it here for your Deep Dish Football Game of the Week Overtime Edition, Wheaton Academy versus IC.